Yeah. All right. I'm going to make a video about sticks. The sticks I use. I just wanted to show people what's great. I've put them into a few. These are the kind of sticks I use generally, right? I put this down for a moment. So let's say the ones I use at the minute at a gig. That's it. So let's say these ones. They're about 12 inches. They're skinny. Some of them are drumsticks, and I'll just whittle away and scrape it down until it's light enough. And I play up around here at around 75%, 80%. I kind of put a little, if you see those little scratches, so I put them into the stick just to hold the grip, because sometimes when I play I sweat, or it all gets a bit blurred in the motion. So these little rivets help you to just grip sometimes, you know. That's one. Sometimes I use a bit of linseed oil on the top of them, you know, if they they can break a bit. Like this one has a crack in it. I don't know if you see that, do you know? And those cracks come from playing it off the rim. Follow it. I put that there. Still, it's a nice stick. There's another one. So, oh yeah, and that was another drumstick, and I just whittled it away, and I put the little handles there, and I get a file, and I'll file in. I try and like hold it and draw with a pencil around my fingers, and then I file away until it just fits, and then it kind of fits snugly. So I'm kind of making my own, you know, and I put a little indentation in there for this part of the finger, so it all feels kind of nice, you know. It's like molded, do you know? So yeah, you know, when they get good, they're gorgeous. That's another one, and it wasn't so great. I just put really big indentations because I liked it, but I played out a lot. But I'll show you the rest in a sec. Same thing with this, and this is just out of a branch of a tree. Sometimes you can get a branch, and you just cut and cut and cut and cut with those razor blades until you get it light enough, and then you start drawing around it and cutting, and then you play. You know, it takes about 4 or 5 weeks because you have it and you play it, and then you feel the weight around your muscles, so you keep taking more layers off until sometimes I usually make them too long and I have to keep cutting them back. But chin chin. So there's the 4 that I normally play, and here's this is one of Pádraig McNeil's. He took the idea. I was using fiddle bows for a while, and I'd use the top end, the heavier end, and again I'd just scrape a bit with sandpaper at the time for me thumb, and then use the top end. It's kind of like it has a whipping motion. But again, I'm playing up around here. It's kind of different. If you're playing in the middle, you'd need a double weight, like that's the normal stick, let's say. It's designed for the middle, so the weight, you know. But so I'm kind of doing this crack. So I take some of that weight off for me. Right, chin chin. There's a few sticks there, really interesting, that I'm working on it. And brushes. So this is a little paintbrush. It's a brush. You can buy it in a paint shop, cheap, you know. I have a lot of drum brushes, like, and again, you see, I kind of carved the inside to see if I can get it to fit into my finger, because a lot of the drum, and these are expensive, 25 quid, but they weigh a lot here, and it's really cumbersome, and it just weighs a lot to play a good brush. I find these are the best. The metal brushes, the metal brushes kind of scrape the first layer of the skin eventually, and you don't really want that. Sometimes to avoid that, you put a thing called, I got this from Robbie Harris, he puts shellac. It's like nail polish. Robbie Walsh, yeah, he puts shellac on the skin. It was Pat showed me that. And then it doesn't scrape when you're using metal brushes. But I've gotten used to these brushes. So yeah, with the drum ones, I take about 2 inches off the top and then whittle it down, you know, like that. There's one that works more comfortably. So you can see where I put my thumb on my finger. It's in there. Yeah, it could do in another little scrape. But yeah, when you get one of them little files, and for me anyway, you know, it's just really comforting. You know, I hurt my thumb ages ago, and I just didn't like the sensation of the sticks rolling in my thumb, so I just started covering. Sometimes if you play the whipper snapper, and if you get those, they're like holders in a pencil shop, you know, little rubber bits, and that can be comforting as well. It can sit nice in the hand. Here's my slides. For some of you, I suppose I should play a little bit while I'm waffling, just to explain. So this is probably from a Hoover, All right, it's a, again, listen, for me, I listen to, that's the metal, so, and then it works well with this. So that's with this one. This is my favourite. I can't remember, but it's a nice kind of a brass. I probably got it from somewhere on the road. That's beautiful. So the other one is a Wavan pipe. Again, it's a little more scrapey on the inside, and it's a woodsier tone. But anything will do for a slide. I like these, you know. Like you can use a remote control or a telephone or anything on the inside for the slide. Right, so I'm trying to go through, I'm trying to cover everything. But, oh yeah, and then there's these sticks. This is me big bodhrán. This is like for a kick drum, you know. So if you're playing the brush, let's say, so you're playing the brush here. That's just what that's for. I'm always tweaking these. I never quite get it right. And here's a few heavy dowels that I got. And I started, so, and then I started making this, I did this other deviation, you know. And I started, so recently I hurt myself there, and I had to change my way of playing sticks. And I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to keep going. And then maybe 2 years ago or something, I went over to England and I met Connor Byrne, and he was showing me his style. And that, like when I play in his style, which is kind of like a jazz drummer style, your the lever there, your fulcrum is there between your thumb and this bone here, so the weight isn't carried by this. So I started making lots of these sticks just with a little hook to sit in there, and I've been practicing that for the last few years instead of the long sticks. But my hand got better. It was healed. It really was. And so I've been back using the other sticks, doing what I like again. But while I was at it, I started finding branches with little hooks in them, and it's kind of nice, you know. So I started playing. Yeah, it's a cool way of playing. So I've been chatting to Cormac about that kind of way of playing. It's nice, you know. It's taken me a while to get it, but and then so like I do, I take one step. I'm always thinking ahead, you know. So I don't always get it right, but I have a lot of fun doing it. I didn't think my hand was going to be healed, and it was, and it got better, and thank God, you know, it's working. So I started liking that sensation, like with this one, where you can just hook your hand in there and you can hook the stick, and I was thinking, that's really comforting again, you know. I won't have to hold the stick with those muscles because they were starting to get a bit tired, you know. And I'm balancing it off that finger there. That's kind of like bouncing it there. It's a, well, I think Cormac does it like that. But anyway, so then I started trying to make other sticks out of branches that I could get my hand into, like this one, and seeing, oh yeah, if my hand folds completely, I could just rock with this thing here. I haven't quite worked it out. I'm not finished yet, you know, but these are the odd sticks, and there's another one. It's kind of beautiful. I'll just sand it down for a while. Again, I just keep feeling like, what does it feel like in my hand? And that sits, you know, it sits nice, so I can just swing it away. But I haven't quite designed it perfectly yet, because it's nice to hold, but then when I'm moving it, if I hold it tight, I can keep it there. It bounces a bit, so. Here's another one. This is like a shillelagh. No, give me a minute. This is like a shillelagh. I was trying to make little shillelaghs, but again, same theory, that you hold it into your hand like this, and you just play, so you don't have to grip. But these are works in progress. And then I started thinking, and then I stopped talking and play a little bit and say salon. I started thinking a trick I used to do at school, sometimes trying to hold 2 sticks. So I started getting branches with doubles on them, whittle them down, and then try and find out different ways of playing them. This one's like a kind of a hawk. I'm not sure how did I find this one. More or less there. Well, like, I'll give you the sound of it. There's another experiment there. Well, I'm enjoying these a lot. You know, at some stage it'll all work. I'm not sure when that is yet. And there's another doubler there that kind of like. So I'll give you a listen to the doubler. I haven't quite got them right yet, but next 3. Let me see. I'll try this one. Too light for now, mate. How you doing? Da-da-da or da-da-da for now, mate? Yeah, I think that's how it goes. Right. So the way I'm making them is I just play with them for a while and then get the knife, whittle it down, play with it again. So they're all works in progress when the mood takes me. Other than that, I think that's the gist of it now. To a degree, there was another stick I was going to show you. There's a few other experiments that I'm working on here. So then I got this carbon fibre. It's kind of nice. It's a bit quiet. That's the length I like. Right, and there's my last 2 experiments. They're kind of close to getting it. I found this bit of wood, and again, same little crack. So yeah, I haven't needed to be at that for a while. And then this one, I was trying to. I got a little lamb egg off a friend of mine, Richard, and I liked the way that the thing bent. Now this was much longer. I've been whittling it down, trying to get it right, but I like their sticks, the lamb egg sticks. They're kind of cane and they bend. There's something beautiful about it just looks. So I'm working on this one again. And I'm still at this crack, so it was a big piece of wood. So I'm whittling away in there, kind of carving little indentations, and you can see where the branch was there. So just trying to, each time I play, go, oh, I can take a little bit off there and fit my hand in. So that's the gist of it. I think that's the gist of it, you know. But it's an ever expanding idea. It's not that I'm set and I'm done and that's it, you know. Gurramila Mahagriv. That's the sticks video. Alright, I hope to send me some questions if there's anything I missed. Alright, so.